that you have, I mean, when you start small, you can't give too much, but when you start getting more, you can give more to the agents because you have to make a bottom line.
No question.
So that's why when you're telling me about free, you know, fax numbers and all this,
They all
stuff
cost.
like that,
They all
you know,
cost.
people with like 5, 8.
But you can figure unique ways to pay for them.
Right.
You either work unique ways with the vendors, you figure it into your fee schedule, you do something to take that leap. Keep in mind, your money is made at certain levels in this business, and it's hard to say in which market those levels are. I can almost tell you being real small is tough. If you can't get X number of agents, and you need to know what that X number is, and it's probably a lot more than you think it is. So if you think you can make it on 12, 15 agents, you know, it doesn't mean you can't pay the bills. It's just going to be hard to sleep every night when things are tough. You probably need, and you need to find out what that X is. I'm saying it's probably closer to 25 to 40 agents in most offices, because so many agents do so little. You only have a handful that do in any one office. Somebody else? Am I going?
How many private offices do you have now?
It depends on the building. Depends on the. Yeah, let's take one building, 10,000 square feet. I'll use another office I used it a minute ago. 10,000 square feet. 2,500 is mortgage and title. 7,500 minus administrative, so 6,500 gross square feet. That particular office will house 38 offices. Most of them are private or semi-private. We have one foreman in that. Does that help a little bit? And that's a 90-man office. We have 90 agents.
Come into a bullpen, right?
No, we have some bullpens. We keep them very small. We have bullpens, though. We're turning our conference rooms into media centers, which is extraordinarily easy to do. All you do is put a big screen in there with a sound bar and have a cable and computer hook up, and they can sit back and pull up MLS. We can also do webinars on it. It creates an office culture of training and things like that. It's an expensive tool to create a culture in our office. We do 100%, and we have two versions of 100%. It's $280 a month and $350 a closing. Any more than 20 closings are free. So that's $10,360. $280 a month, $350 a closing. We also blend that into one fee, also a 100% program of $855 a month. Okay. The split program are 70 or 80%. We let them choose. 70 is non-qualifying, which means, you know, they don't have to do a minimum. If you come in at 80%, you have to generate at least $50,000 in total gross commission a year. And there's caps on those. So that caps them out. We don't make them sign a long-term contract. They can come in at that and switch to a 100% program with a 30-day notice.
So it's 100%, but they're paying $800 a month plus.
No, $800 a month. And they get 100%. Those are two separate programs. The split are splits. If they're 100%, it's $855 a month. They get the entire check. There's no $855 and the split. Is that confusing or? Not really. We charge a secretarial bonus of $10 per closing because we give the secretaries a Christmas bonus at the end of the year. Agents are glad to pay it, and secretaries love it.
They have monthly dues they pay, obviously.
We pay all the fees. We make very small margins. I just said, and I'll show you our P&L sometime, in our heyday 2 years ago. Well, it's the engine that drives it because these people come from it, but they're separate corporations, separate entities. You want the real estate side to make money too. And as a business, you want it to be solid and profitable.
I think it's kind of disheartening that you have that many agents and your profit margin was so low.
Well, keep in mind, we haven't raised fees since '96. We're adding all this stuff. Everything I just spit out costs money. The very comment you made about these things cost. They cost money. We've eaten them. So our margins have shrunk. And the reason we haven't raised fees is because we've hired so many people. You can add up the math. In 5 years, I hired 270 people. I mean, that's a lot of people.
So does everybody have either?
Now, hang on just a second. Now, as our expenses have gone up, but we've balanced that with hiring. As the hiring goes down, there's going to have to be an adjustment at some point.
Well, you've got 550 executives, and if you make $20 on each executive, you're making a lot of money. If you got 10 executives, you got to make more than $20.
Keep in mind, you can make a lot of money as a small broker. You can make a lot of money in this business. It doesn't all have to come from your brokerage margins. So the beauty about this thing is that if you get your brokerage profitable and make a little bit of income off of it, if you handle it right, those agents become feeders for you on potential deals, on potential things. You have opportunities in your community you would never get as just being an agent. So there's some huge advantages that go much greater. I'm just saying you still want to make a profit on your brokerage. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you're talking about huge companies, so bring it down to a small company.
Well,
What would be
that's
your
okay.
suggestion?
I think the reason I was asked to speak is so you can see what numbers can be. And the first question was, where do you start? You know, how do you do? So what do you mean bring it down a level? Are you talking
Well,
about
like,
profit margins, or are you
As
talking?
far as if you're recruiting and things, if you're starting a business, I mean, what would be a feasible, competitive
Okay,
size to talk to
let me. I'll try to give you a real key fact. You go back to your office from a gut level. If I came in as a consultant, or we are friends and family, and you're dying to recruit, you hear what I said recruiting, you do believe it, you understand it, and you want to come up with a compelling argument. I'm saying before that compelling argument comes, I'm going to walk your office, and if your staff isn't friendly, isn't super nice, isn't courteous, isn't doting over that agent, doesn't treat that agent almost like they're a country club member, this is great as retail. If that doesn't occur, you're wasting your time. So those dynamics have to occur. Your office has to be clean, it has to be neat. Then you start with the services you're providing, your commission program, anything that you, listing packages, sale packages, anything that you can provide to your agent. That's what starts at ground level on just 2 or 3 agents. That's all it takes. Those 2 or 3 agents have to walk in your office and most days be very happy they're there. And then you can kind of build a different plan. Your commission program, how specific does your commission program match your market? Do you know that? That's a huge, huge issue. You've got to have your competitors' plans. You've got to. That's why most agents are in this, to make money. So you've got to know exactly what they're selling, because you can't balance what you're selling.